Hey, I'm here.
Alright, I'm just wait a minute, alright?
I'm sorry?
Just wait in your car for a minute.
Okay.
Want a new old Sonic game. This seems like that thing.
They just made one of those? They made an old Sonic game?
I mean, no, because they take advantage of some things. Like, they do some stuff with it that I can't talk about that is actually, like
new hardware type stuff?
Like interesting twists on stuff that I thought was not necessarily new hardware stuff.
Okay.
You know, there's some elements where it's like, oh, when Sonic looks up, the animation is very smooth, and that's nice. But there's some stuff in there that is, like, inventive. Where you're like, oh, man, this is, like, a cool fan thing to do if you're making a new old Sonic game. Wow, that's really impressive.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like, yeah, I started... Because I would think about it in context of, like, man, like, what Sega franchises should they keep doing this with? Because now, if you think about it as more than just Platinum games, then it's like you've got Bayonetta, you've got Vanquish, you've got the Sonic Mania thing. Like, what Sega has been out there saying they want to exploit some more of their classic stuff. And I started thinking, like, well, what even is that? Like, what do you do? You know,
E-SWAT.
Yeah, E-SWAT, the Congo Bongo 2, the time is now.
They can do Hang On.
New Sonic Spinball Table.
Yeah. I mean, but, like, you know, you look at it and go, like, oh, like, they're an Outrun. Like, Outrun has a lot of, like, hot popularity with a certain crowd that I think that, you know, they could capitalize on, again, if they made another new one and did it right. But then I got to thinking, like, you know, people have been wanting new Streets of Rage for years and years and years. But then I got to thinking, like, well, that's, like, what the fuck do you do?
Yeah, how do you make a beat 'em up?
Right.
In this day and age.
But, well,
people keep trying.
But, like, that's the thing is, like, you know, we live in a world where, like, a new fucking River City Ransom game comes out every week.
Right.
They just, I said that this morning and then got in and checked my email and 2 more have been announced. Like, literally 2 more fucking 3DS games. I think they maybe have come out in Japan already or something, so I was maybe already aware of them. But yeah, and not all of them are beat 'em up. But yeah, you add leveling, you know? That's what they tried to do with, you know, Double Dragon.
So what Sonic needs?
And
experience points?
XP. No, I don't know. Like, Sonic, I think, will be a really interesting case to look at, because if they pull it off and do it right, which it looks like they are, like, that'll finally be the ultimate test of how many people actually care about this thing. There have been a lot of people over the years that have kind of waxed and waned about, like, how much they want, like, a good, proper old Sonic